Men are wild. They're out of control. Out of control. This one guy messaged me this morning. He's like, I can't believe you don't remember me. I was like, I don't know. He's like, we met. I was like, did we? He's like, yeah, I sold something to you over the phone 4 years ago. I'm like, we didn't meet. That's not meeting.
Right, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast Chatzzz. And we have a very, very special guest today. Laura, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you, yeah.
I'm super excited you're here.
I know, yeah. We're literally saying before we started, it's probably been 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's been so long. Yeah, oh my God, my 5th work anniversary was yesterday.
Yeah.
So it would have been nearly 5 years. Wild.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And we were saying, I think was it the first time we spoke was when you said about the idea that you'd had? Yeah.
You were like one of the first people I spoke to, and I was like, had this genius idea. And I met you guys in Nero. Do you remember when I brought Artie?
Yeah,
It was like mad.
Yeah. And did me or Lloyd spill tea or coffee everywhere as well?
I don't remember that.
I think we did actually not remember. But yeah, no, long time.
I just remember like Artie being crazy and I just shouldn't have brought a dog to a meeting.
That's funny. I do remember that, yeah. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Yeah. And then let's go straight into it.
Okay.
3 facts about yourself. I'm sure these are going to be interesting.
I know, I try to make them interesting, but then I was like, is this boring? Okay, 3 facts about me. I recently covered myself in shave butter, wore a bikini and walked down the streets of New York. Pretty random.
Yeah, I saw that on social media. Yeah. Who came up with that idea?
It was Zoe, actually. It wasn't even me, it was Zoe. Zoe was like, we need to go viral. Let's go to New York. Let's recreate the Devil Wears Prada opening scene, but you're covering shave butter. I think I was kicking off because I was like, fashion brands have it so easy. They just put their clothes on. They go to like really cool locations and then you just want to buy the clothes. Yeah. Us, we're like trying to talk about what the products do all the time and show them. I was like, I just want to wear my brand. And she was like, let's do it. Let's go to New York. You can wear it around on the street. See if you want to wear it too.
That was such a cool campaign.
Thanks.
I mean, yeah, it stood out to me. What were people like actually there in person?
Like most people didn't even care. Most
Really?
people didn't even look at me. They were just like carrying on their day-to-day. Like, this is totally normal. When I was all green, one girl came up to me and she was like, oh my God, you're the Statue of Liberty. Woo! And I was like, no, that's not what I'm doing. No. This old lady was like getting like really artsy shots of me. So she like made me like stand and like look really like angry.
She was like bossing you about.
She was bossing me about, yeah. So I was like doing like really angry shots. And then I had like loads of weird men obviously just being like, oh my God, just a babe, can I take a photo? And I was like, do you really want to touch me right now? I was like, okay.
Well, people are actually like,
yeah. A couple of people actually recognise me, which is wild.
In New York, that's so cool, isn't it?
It blows my mind when that happens. And I got recognised in Paris as well, which is just madness. Yeah, so weird.
Hard work paying off then. Hard work paying off, going worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide domination at some point. Yeah, if it doesn't kill me. Yeah. Fact number 1. Fact number 2, I have a 3-year-old baby girl called Arabelle. Future CEO in the making, very bossy boots. But
you were saying, where did she get that from, do you think?
Yeah, it's just from me. Yeah, I was just saying, she's like definitely attention seeker. Like she won't have me now do stuff. She like wants to just everyone look at her. So she like spin or whatever. And I've just got to just sit there and not say anything because she wants to be the center of attention. But part of me is like super proud about that, you know?
Yeah, 3, yeah. And then the girls were saying before, weren't they, that she'll try and steal the limelight and you as well.
Yeah, I'm like mid talking and she'll be like, then just start her own thing, which is fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And my dad does outfit of the day. Have you seen my dad's
outfit
of the day?
I follow him as well, yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
And the 3rd one?
I own a business that turns over £7 million a year.
That's nice, yeah. We won't talk too much about that now. We'll talk about that later, I think. Yeah, okay. Which is cool.
Yeah.
Because just seen, when I came in and I could just see a car that I see on social media all the time in the office, it's cool. And all the team and the atmosphere is.
Yeah, it's empty cool today. It's like only like a couple of us in. But yeah, driving a pink car would have been a good fact, actually.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
How many is there normally in the office then?
There's like 22, 23 of us in total. But then like some people work from home. Every desk is normally full, isn't it? Yeah, it's wild.
Part-timers on Fridays.
Yeah, everyone just disappears on Fridays and works from home and does their own thing. Yeah.
So I want to go back to a little Laura, say Arabelle's age at 3. What was like your first memory and that kind of thing? Can you remember what you were like growing up and what your interests were?
Oh my God, I was literally exactly the same as Arabelle. Like literally, my dad always says like, oh my God, it's you 2.0. And she you can't tell her anything. Like she's so headstrong. So I think that was me as well. Like I was like super headstrong, always knew what I wanted, knew what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to be like the editor of Vogue. That was like my career goal.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Why do you think that was?
I was like really into fashion. Like I loved fashion, and I did a fashion design degree. So I think I was always like, that was my path and my roots. And then I kind of took like a sidestep into skincare and body care. But I was like good at school and like loved like academic stuff. So I kind of wanted to do something, like journalism. I was really good at history and English. I actually went to do a history degree, but I didn't like it and dropped out, and then did a fashion design degree instead. But I thought that would be the route for me, talking about fashion and working my way up to the top, Yeah. And Devil Wears Prada, obviously.
You got that inspiration, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I've always been exactly the same as I am now, and super headstrong, knew what I wanted. Yeah.
I suppose like when you're young, there is like a few things that you want to do, isn't there? Well, for me personally, I wanted to be a typical footballer. You know what I mean? Yeah, when I was growing up. So I was like, I always want to be a footballer. And then things obviously change and develop over time, don't they? And like you say, you go on your side steps and that. But I wasn't always a big fan of the academic side. I couldn't really focus. No, I preferred like the extracurricular type things. Yeah. Apart from maths, I quite enjoyed maths.
I didn't like it in school. I just like to this is going to sound bad, but like talk to the boys and flirt with boys. Nothing's changed, but I taught myself after school. So I couldn't concentrate in class. Like being in class, just like I just wanted to talk to my friends and stuff. And then the boys. And then like I used to teach myself. I loved teaching myself stuff, so that I would teach myself afterwards. And my teachers were always like, "Can you not distract everyone because you're still getting like the good grades and everyone else around you isn't?" But yeah.
There's always them annoying kids who'd like you say, distract you. Well, to be fair, I was probably distracted, but I would never do that well. But it sounds like you would do well. So
yeah.
So then when you say wanting to go to university, why did you pick history then instead of fashion design?
I was good at it, I think. And I think my school was like really encouraged. I was going to be, I've had so many like change moments, but I was going to do sciences and be a doctor. And then like 3 weeks into my science A-levels, I was like, this is not for me. They were like dissecting something. And I was like, I'm out. I don't want to do blood. My mum was like, well, if you can't do this, you're not going to be able to do medicine. So I changed all humanities. So I did like history. I did 5: history, English lit, RE, art, and then Welsh back. So do we have to do that? Did you have to do that?
No, I was in England, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were Welsh.
No, I came to uni in Wales.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you sound Welsh, you think?
No, not really.
No, yeah. I only came to uni and then stayed off.
I think I just assumed as bad. Sorry.
That's all right.
Did you come to uni in Cardiff then?
Cardiff Met, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. So then I did really well at history. So I had like really good grades in history and RE. But I think I did like Buddhism. I really love Buddhism, and I love yoga now. So that kind of makes sense, I suppose. But so I think it was just because I was good at it. I just wanted to do something I was good at, and then.
You're kind of told at that age, though, aren't you? If you're good at something, just do it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like enjoy it, maybe.
Yeah, and I was told I had to do art as the 4th A level because my school's like, you should go to Oxford, but you're not going to be considered if you don't have like proper A levels versus art. Yeah. So then I had to take art as an extra so that's why I had to do so many A levels, just because I wanted to hold on to art, which I'm so glad I did. Otherwise, I would never have got into fashion design.
Yeah.
And then went to Southampton to do history in the end because I chose it because it's like the party city, like the wrong decision totally, but it was like the fun city. So I was like, that's the one I want to go to, and I want to have fun and like spread my wings. And I got there and I was like, the history they were doing was awful, like just not me.
Yeah.
Like it was like Nazi Germany, Holocaust, and that just didn't excite me. I'm more like a Tudor gal,
Okay, yeah. So it's a lot different, if you learn about Hitler compared to...
Oh my God, so different. So I kept falling asleep in my lectures, and there was a guy from my school who was doing the same course as me, and I was like, I need to copy your notes. Like, I'm just falling asleep in all my lectures. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do this for 3 years. So I rang my dad, and he was like, just quit. Like, do something you love. You don't want to like not be able to wake up every morning and want to go to work. So quit. Moved home, did an art foundation, then did fashion design. I've had so many like twists and turns in my life.
That's interesting though, isn't it? Like, because some people might just like power through and not quit and go to something else because, I felt like when I was choosing my A-levels, it was the same, like you want to choose like a proper one.
Yeah.
Whereas these days, I don't think it really matters. You can do whatever.
I think like you can do whatever, right? There's like apprentices and stuff, and Yeah, I don't know. I've just started paying for my student loan. They've just found me. I got away with it for like forever. And then like a couple of months ago, they've started taking payments. So now I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing that you probably, well, most people won't pay back, will they? Isn't there like a set amount you have to earn and then at 50 it gets written off or something like that?
I don't know, but they're taking it now.
Is it 4 years? Yeah, something like that, yeah. But
yeah, frustrating. But, I know my degree was amazing. Like it enabled me to start my business. It gave me like all the tools that I now know, like about brand and this and that.
Where did you go to do fashion design?
Bath.
Bath. Okay, yeah, not too far away then. Yeah. What was that like then for a uni?
So it's Bath Spa. It was in a house in the Circus. So it was out of normal campus. It was like a house we had keys to, like a proper fashion house. It was the most intense thing ever. We did so many all-nighters. Like we'd never slept. Like it was the most intense thing in my life. And they were brutal, like fashion and my art foundation degree. Like they didn't like anything. They spent hours on, they'd like chuck it in the bin. Like it was all, it was all about like building your skin up, like thick skin. I like didn't sleep, didn't eat for 3 years, never spent more money on like fabric. And like everyone else was going out and stuff. And we were literally there like 4 a.m. on a Saturday, just like sewing and designing and making and things. But yeah, it was definitely when I got into the fashion industry then in London, it seemed like a dream. The fashion design director who was like hard and brutal, like it didn't seem like a shock to me at all because of that foundation that I'd had, you know?
Thickened your skin kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then what was the plan then when you were at uni, when you were finishing off? What was kind of like the next step after? What was the job that you wanted to get?
I wanted to be a designer. So I got a job as a designer. I moved back again to my parents' house. I got a job as a designer for like Peacock's J. Norman. It's like the only place in Wales that had a fashion head office. And I just bored the living hell out of me again. I think I'm not very good if I'm bored. Yeah. I think it's like the ADHD in me. Like
you need to be like
I need to be doing something that's like really like
stimulating your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, and intense. So I was bored. Naima, who now is my MD, so she was an AB, like a couple of levels up from me. And I was like, I want her job. Like she was like running around the office and like talking to every department and like in control of meetings and like negotiating and traveling. And I was like, oh my God, that's the job that I want. So then in my gap year, I'd worked for June, the shoe store, like full time. And then someone from head office came to the store and we kind of got really good friends. So then he was like, there's a job coming in head office, like apply for it. So I did and got it. And yeah, it's like my best 4 years of my life, working in London and working for June. I like absolutely loved it. It was hard. And the fashion design director, like they were nightmares, like Devil Wears Prada incarnate, but like literally 2.0.
I bet you'd have learned a lot though in that 4 years as well.
So much. I got promoted like every 6 months.
Oh really? That's so cool.
Yeah. They like really like pushed me forward and gave me opportunities. I was buying like £1 million apartments by the time I left, like as an AB. Yeah. They like really trusted me and like, let me kind of fly.
Does that like shape who you are as a person now as well, won't it? Because at that young age as well, given that responsibility, that's quite a lot, because they wouldn't have done that to everyone, I'd imagine.
No. And it was definitely like exposure. You know, like there was, I had all the skill set for setting up a business because of that. Like June definitely gave me the skill set to be where I am now. Yeah. You know, just from like different departments and just like the confidence to go in and do X, Y, and Z. And yeah, for sure. Because
I think that experience is one of the things that you can't teach, can you, either?
Yeah.
It's so invaluable. Like you say, being exposed to that, being uncomfortable, being uncomfortable in the new environments and that kind of thing. It's cool, especially at a young age as well, because if when you're at J. Norman, was it, and you're saying, oh, I want her job, but they might not have promoted you because you're so young, maybe. But doing that thing at a young age is cool. So then when June came to an end, then what was next for you?
Oh, then I decided to move back to Wales. Just want to better you.
Yeah. Bit of a culture shock, I'd imagine, from London.
It was a bit of a culture shock. But then it was also like COVID, wasn't it? So it was like, that was like a massive culture shock. I got a job as a skincare buyer, but I was literally there for like 20 days.
20 days?
21, I think it was, yeah. And my boss there was just awful. Like she was like, just sit on Alibaba and find suppliers. And I was like, come on. Like,
really?
Yeah. It was like buying samples on Alibaba. Like, surely there's more to life than this. Again, bored, you know? Again, I was like, this is not doing it for me. I had all these amazing ideas. Like, they weren't listening to me. Funnily enough, that company, like, we've overtaken them now and they're trying to talk to my marketing agency to try and get them in.
Okay.
I was said to Joe, like, absolutely no way. Absolutely no way unless you're giving me a cut of that marketing spend wherever you're getting. Joseph Yates, if you're watching.
Be warned.
be warned. But yeah, so she was a nightmare. So, and they just wouldn't listen. I spoke to HR there. It's like, she's speaking to everyone horribly. Like, she's like bullying everyone. And they were like, well, there's nothing we're going to do about it. So like, okay, cool, I'm out then. I'm done. I'm not going to do this again. And I sat with my parents. I always say it's so funny if I sat with my parents like dining table so many times being like, so I don't like my job, so I don't like my degree, so I don't like this, and, you know, so many times, and they've been like, okay. I don't think my brother's ever done that. He's just like plodded along, you know, like uneventful, my brother, bless him. But yeah, whatever. So there's me, like literally, like my whole world's changed so many times. And they were like, couldn't
keep up at this point. They were thinking, but not another one.
I know.
I'm not even going to listen. Just going to zone out and just be like, yeah.
Oh, I said to my dad had a business at the time, didn't he? So I was like, I can do this. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking because he was so stressed all the time. And I was like, I'll be fine, you know, just be me. I'll sell some products to Superdrug, like so naive, like, and ASOS and all my friends that work everywhere, and it'll just be great. I'll be designing pink stuff and easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know. So they let me lend their credit card and had like £6,000 in it to buy some plastic bottles and whatever. And yeah, I went from there basically. I was listening to loads of podcasts actually at the time, and I was like really inspired. Yeah, like Control Alt Delete and Deliciously Ella, like girl, female empowerment, girl boss podcasts, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. You know, I can do this.
The podcast that you're going to start as well,
yeah, I'm going to start a podcast too. Yeah, I'm going to do that to someone else. I'm going to start someone else's business. Yeah. So yeah. Why
did you pick this business idea then out of everything? Because obviously, like you say, you'd done fashion design for so many years, and then obviously you'd worked for that skincare one for 20, 21 days or something.
Yeah. I think the reason I went to work for the skincare brand is because I'd suffered so much with my skin. I moved to London. I had a perfect skin until I moved to London, and I had like really bad acne. And I bought everything. I was literally used to be up to like 3 a.m. researching like articles on what did this and buying loads of stuff, and nothing ever worked, or like trying loads of creams from the doctors and my skin being burnt off and then being too scared to go to work, so calling sick, dermatologist appointments, and like nothing worked. And I was like, but everyone told me this is going to cure this is going to work, this is going to work. So, but also coupled with like my whole life, I'm a very confident person, generally very happy person. But things have happened to me in my life that have made me like quite anxious. And I think like little things, that happens to all girls, right? But like I am a perfectionist, so like constantly comparing myself to others, seeing social media, boys in school making comments on my body or whatever. And I'd suffered with like eating disorders and anorexia throughout my life, and not eating basically because I'd been like perfectionist goals in my head. So I really, and then having skin issues as well, coupled on that in the fashion industry, like I was very much like perfection mindset, wanted to be perfect and thought about it a lot. And I really wanted a beauty brand because there was people on Instagram that at that point started to talk about body positivity and skin positivity and mental health. And it took me a long time to realize that actually everything I was thinking and feeling was the similar to loads of other girls my age. And it wasn't just me. And I wanted to be a company talking about that as well, because there wasn't companies talking about that. I know now Lush have done campaigns and Body Shop, but no one at that point had. So I really wanted to be a brand talking about those things that there was only a few influencers talking about at the time, and really talk about, you know, show real models and the real perceptions of body and how perfect isn't real, because I definitely thought it was real and achievable at that point in my life. And that's kind of what inspired me and kind of led the brand, and yeah, and along the way made some amazing products that massively improved my skin as well. Yeah, and that's kind of what kind of catapulted it all and how we're kind of here today.
Yeah. And I think that comes across in the marketing messaging and that kind of thing on social media that I see as well, because I think it's important from an outsider looking in that if I was a girl to see like the founder and then real life results, isn't it? That kind of thing of like why they started it and how it's progressed over time, and saying that, you've spent late hours and sleepless nights researching all the products and that kind of thing and developing products that you personally use and that other girls can use as well. Because I don't know too much about skincare and all that kind of thing, but like I was saying, my girlfriend, she likes to research whatever and stuff, and it must be a lot of pressure for girls to say like, oh, you need to buy this, and this, and if stuff doesn't work, you'll be
pouring money away all the time.
Which is quite cool. So then what was it like then after your dad gave you the credit card then? What was the first thing that you did?
So then COVID happened. So then COVID happened, and me and dad both kind of were like, right, hand sanitizer is selling out in China. Let's make some hand sanitizer. That's when like you were like, we properly got together, right?
Yeah. Because I remember, because it was doing the Trulo. Remember Trulo, the liqueur? And then they were like, COVID's here. We're not doing any of that. We're just doing sanitizer.
Because I remember that I came to their office and I was like, right. And at that point, they were going to make it for us, right? So for context, my dad at that time owned a different distillery. He owns another distillery now, and they had surplus amount of alcohol. And I was like, cool, well, I know kind of how to make hand sanitizer, or / I know people that could make it. So if I borrow your alcohol and I get but we can do it together, and your team and my team can make like me on my own, my team.
Team is a loose term.
Can superpower and make loads of hand sanitizer and sell it under the Mallows Beauty brand. And then I think by the time I got to his office, there was Mallows Beauty was out of the window. I'd already had sales and contacts from all my friends being like, oh, we want to buy this. And I had orders on the table. But at that point, Dad had seen the opportunity in his brain, and Mallows Beauty was off the bottle and whatever brand he was doing then was on it. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, they made like 3 million bottles for like police services and not NHS, and so they smashed it.
Yeah.
And I was there like, right, okay, so this was my idea. Please still give me alcohol because
you got people to sell to.
I've got sales and I need to make this work. So yeah, I think they made millions and millions and millions of bottles, and they turned their whole distillery into like a hand sanitizer production warehouse. I used to work there till like bloody 2 a.m. for them, whatever. Yeah. But I made quite a bit of money off that as well. And we gifted loads as well. It wasn't just making money. We went around to all the care homes who still send me emails today saying thank you.
Oh, that's cute, isn't it? Yeah.
Because they were like totally forgotten about during COVID, all the care homes.
I can imagine, yeah. Crazy times.
So then it was COVID. And then at the same time, I had a friend who worked in Superdrug. Funnily enough, Naima, who I mentioned earlier, my MD, she worked in Superdrug as well at the time. And we weren't in contact as much then. But then I actually made a friend in Southampton, in my 2 months or 3 months I was there. She was the buyer.
Oh, really?
So I was posting on Instagram.
World,
and she was like, oh, let's do a Christmas gift pack. And I was like, okay, amazing. So then I went to meet him with Naima, and who had worked with previously, and Abby, who I'd been to uni with. Got a gift pack into Superdrug very quickly. I remember they ordered like, oh my God, like so many units. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Like I made the most complicated design. We had to like stick 5 sachets into a box, fold this box up like 12 different lines, and then turn it into a box and then stick it. It literally took about 5 minutes to make one gift box. I don't know what I was thinking.
How many did they order?
Like 25,000. And then I was in Nero one morning, and I met this engineer, and I was just like chatting away, and he was like, wait a second. So Superdrug ordered 25,000, and it takes you like what? I'm not even going to lie, 3 minutes or something ridiculous to make this box and put everything in. He was like, that's going to take you 6 months to fulfill. And I was there like, okay, well, they need it in like
tomorrow.
6 weeks. I was like, shit. So then I had to get like family, friends, everyone.
Oh, so you didn't even change the design. You just got people.
No, because I'd already bought it. It was already there in the warehouse, ready to go. So, and then all their stores closed because of COVID, and we were on like the bottom shelf. So then like they didn't have pharmacies in every store, so they weren't allowed to be open, Superdrug, a lot of the time.
Oh, really?
So the long story short, this gift pack that we spent blood, tears, whatever, flopped. And then we got kicked straight out, basically. So in and out within like the space of like 6 months. But it's all cool because we're back in Superdrug now. So it's all come back round. And we've been in for like nearly 2 years now. So, and all sorts. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, isn't it? Like how networking, even at uni, like you're not even thinking, you're just making a friend, but then how that'll
I would
come
have
back
been
around.
in class with her for like 3 like sessions or lectures or whatever. Really funnily enough. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm so bad at networking as well. It's like my flaw. I have my WhatsApp is mental. Like I have so many messages. I just don't respond to anyone because I just get really overwhelmed. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, don't reply to anyone.
Yeah. You are good at networking, I feel like.
Yeah. I hate like networking events though.
Oh, I'm good in person with people, but it's the follow-up afterwards I'm just awful at.
Yeah, I could be better, I think. I like doing the podcast. The podcast's good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a one-on-one conversation I enjoy. Whereas if it's like lots of people just having lots of the small talk, I hate like the superficial small talk, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
it's like superficial. Well, that's what it's like dating out. So I'm like single again, and it's like, I was like, what do you do? I'm like,
like what's your favourite colour and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, oh my God, that is painful.
I know. And then it's like also with dating, it's like, I don't know, I'm just going to go on. I love talking about dating when we're single, but like.
Speaking earlier about that, weren't we?
Yeah. It's just like the superficial small talk conversations. And then you're having a normal conversation with a guy for a week, and then they'll send you a load of photos, and you're just like, Cool. Where did this come from? I thought you were a normal human being. Like, what is wrong with the male species? Do you know what I mean?
Quite a lot of things, I think.
Yeah.
That's coming from a male. Probably a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
It just floored you with that comment, didn't they?
no, I'm just thinking that what is wrong with the male species?
So
Probably
maybe,
quite a lot. I think probably a lot of people males just want one thing, don't they?
Yeah, I know. But they con you into thinking they don't.
So yeah, just like lead you on or like tell some lies and then
it's the lying. Why do they have to lie? Just say what just
and I feel like I'm obviously stereotyping, but I feel like men can get found out quite easily because they're not that clever.
Yeah.
Myself included, so
yeah. Oh, really?
probably not, yeah.
Okay. Outing yourself on
Yeah.
a podcast.
But yeah, so
yeah.
yeah,
There's no hope.
No.
There's no hope.
How do you find it then managing, obviously being a mum and then dating as well and having a business?
Yeah, it's tough. It is really tough. The balance thing it's always off. It's always off. And it's something I'm working on. So this week, I was in London on Monday seeing TikToks. I'm always at TikTok now. So I had to get up really early. So then Arabelle stayed with my mum and dad Sunday night. But then I was back really late Monday. So she ended up staying there again. And then Wednesday, TikTok were like, can we do a live in Wolverhampton? But again, I had to leave at 6 a.m. So then she had to stay at my parents. I had to put it down at my parents' house. And then I was back at 3 a.m. the next morning. So I missed quite a few nights there this week. So it's like, so then I was like, okay, cool. This is a really long story. Ask me, but
You just answering the question, how you balance it.
And
it sounds like balancing it's hard.
it is hard, yeah. And then I was like, right, okay, I'll finish work early one day then. But then, like I said, it'll be 3 o'clock, so I'll go pick her up from nursery and I took her for dinner. But then I'm getting like calls and I'm seeing WhatsApps pinging about things that are going wrong. And I'm there like, oh God, and then you're remembering things. But now she's at the age where she's like, Mummy, stop working. You know, but it is like constant balance all the time and like fitting someone. I need someone to like slot into my life.
Yeah.
And I want to spend time with Arabelle because I don't want to take time away from her, which is not good for like dating someone new really, because you're going to be
introducing a kid. Yeah.
I don't want to introduce Arabelle to anyone too soon anyway. And two, like it's a bit full on, but at the same time I don't want to take time away from her. So that I don't know if that's going to work out, to be honest. Maybe it's something maybe dating is something I have to part. But it's quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, that sounds like it would be difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. There's also like me time.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not doing like yoga or like taking time for myself, then I'm not performing well in work. And I don't want to be on camera and I don't want to do lives. So I have to like make sure I'm fitting time in for me for stuff as well. So it's a bit of a juggle with everything, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is important to have alone time. I just like having, say, maybe either like half a day or a day to myself, just like recharge the batteries, do my own thing, like go for a run, go to the gym and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because especially balancing a kid. I always think that if you're a parent or whatever, how do you manage to even run a business? Because I don't have any kids and I think that I've got all this time for like myself, so I can kind of pick and choose. Whereas
I think I'd be, it sounds bad, but I think I'd be so much more successful if I didn't have Arabelle. But I always wanted to be a mum, so there was never going to be, if I was sitting here now and I wasn't a mum, that's what I'd be wanting to do. So it's like, it's something I have to do, right? And I've kind of, I have no pressure to have any more. So and my mum and dad are amazing. They look after her so I can go and do what I want and still work and things. And she like has her own bedroom at their house. So she feels like she lives at theirs and mine.
That's nice.
So yeah, so she goes to her dad's as well, but like, yeah, it's a juggle for sure. And sometimes I definitely don't get the balance right. And work is always the thing that takes over. And it's always the thing that I feel like I'm not doing enough as well. I was saying like, I'm not very good at my own socials. I see so many entrepreneurs like Amy Small, and there's a girl from, what's her name? Iris Jade. She comes up on my Instagram.
I've seen Amy Small, yeah.
So they're just epic at their own socials. And like, that's what I should be doing. But like between 6 and 8:30 every night, I'm feeding a child and putting it to bed. And then by the time they're in bed, you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted.
It's the last thing.
Like, you're sitting on doom scrolling on your phone and then you're like trying to catch up on emails and then trying to feed yourself at the same time. And it just never,
difficult. It's difficult, I imagine.
Yeah.
So let's go back to...
It's moaned for like ages then. So.
No, it's not moan. It's just having a little... Get it all out. Yeah. So then what happened after Superdrug then?
Oh, getting kicked out of Superdrug. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened then? Then we went a bit viral. Had a viral year on Instagram. And we went from like 10k followers to 50k followers in like a year. I don't know what I did. I think I utilized Mallows' Instagram like it was my personal Instagram. And I was like documenting everything every day and like using it like I was an influencer. I had a lot more time back then. And then we went on TikTok and then went boom. Like
blew
TikTok
up on
went,
TikTok, massive. Yeah.
So we went on TikTok in like 2021, like January time or December, the end of like 2020. And we literally went up like 10K followers like a month. We kind of went up like 150 in our first year, I think.
So good, isn't it?
Yeah. It just went boom. And it was like the right time. And we're just selling out products, couldn't keep anything in stock. We'd like get a load of products, sell them out, and then have to wait 6 weeks for them to come back in. And it was like constantly.
Good problem to have.
It was a good problem to have. Yeah, it was a good problem to have for sure. And then.
Because why did you choose to like document your life on the business page? Because I know you said that you'd like to do it yourself on your personal page, but why did you choose to do it on the business page?
I don't know. I think that I did it on the business page because I wanted to grow the business social and I had no intention of being an influencer. There was no like, I didn't even want to be front facing. I think when I met you, you're like, oh yeah, you need to be the face of your brand, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, don't want to be the face of my brand.
Not listening to you.
I'm just going to use products, And then every time there was a video of me, it kind of go viral. I was like, oh God, this is the thing, isn't it? That's going to do it.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah. It's interesting how, like, say, you did it just because you were like, I'll just do it. I'm not bothered about an influencer, but then that obviously made you the face and that kind of thing, and known for it, which is cool.
Yeah. So Mallows, I don't know, I just kind of, it was the easy thing to do. Plus, everything we were talking about was things I'd been through, like issues with my body image or mental health or whatever. And it just kind of it happened very organically on the Mallows account. So yeah. And then it's something that I've always wanted to do and put my time and effort back into. But I think it's hard as well juggling business because I want to be CEO and I want to get into all the detail with the nitty gritty with like finance, but then creativity and making sure that I'm hot on all the but being the face of brands, of being on lives and being in content, doing my own content. There's just, I don't ever feel like there's enough of me to do everything alongside everything else in my life, So
what do you enjoy most in the business, would you say?
I love doing the CEO stuff. I'm not going to lie. I love it. I love going into like meetings with like buyers and doing sign-offs and like vision and doing everything. So kind of being across everything, doing a bit of finance, doing a bit of this, a bit of that. I'd say that being the other side of the camera is my least favorite thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like being the face of anything or like seeing my face everywhere, but I know that it performs best on ads and it performs best organically and all that stuff. So it's something that I've had to do.
That's interesting because obviously I haven't spoken about it, but I would have thought you would, not that you probably don't hate it, but like I thought you'd have enjoyed that one the most thing because when you come across on camera, I think you come across really well and
like
you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have my moments, I think, where I'm like loving it.
Yeah.
And I don't mind like, my own personal TikTok where I'm kind of like face to camera just talking about it. I don't mind stuff like that.
Yeah. How did you find the transition into like a CEO from just like business owner, would you say, as well? Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough, and we had this like mental revenue growth. You probably wouldn't have seen it from the outside in because obviously we'd already had like 350,000 followers, whatever it was. I think people always saw us as this size. But what we wouldn't have realized from the outside looking in is we actually doubled our turnover from 2023 to 2024. And at that time, I was going through like a really traumatic breakup with Larabelle's dad, which was like I lost a lot of trust within myself, and it was all happening at the same time. At the same time as that, I was going from like a small business owner to like a CEO with like from 5 staff to 22, 23 staff. And my brain was still business owner, not CEO. And it wasn't until like major things were happening that it changed my perception. Like I said, like I, got let down by a lot of people and I put my trust into the wrong people. Also was, in conversations and people were calling me out for saying this and that. I posted a video once where Kate, one of my staff, she was wearing like this Skims bra and it had like the nipples on it. And I was like, I went up to her in the video being like, oh my God, you're wearing the viral Skims bra. And I stroked her nipple and she was like, no, this is not the Skims bra. It's my actual nipple. Right. So I thought she was wearing the Skims bra. She wasn't. So we were all laughing about that, right? Thinking it was hilarious. I obviously posted it to my TikTok, just that's a casual me thing. I'm very unprofessional, very like chilled.
Just chill, yeah.
And like the comments being like, that's so unprofessional, like HR, like you're a CEO of a business. And I was like, I had lots of little incidences like that. I was like, okay, people are seeing me as something different to who I see myself. And people within the business started seeing me differently to who I saw myself. So it definitely was like a shock couple of months where my perception on life changed. And also I think I started like, because of some things that happened in my personal life, stopped trusting myself. So then I hired loads of like people to do the job for me, because I was like, oh, people are doing a better job for me. And when they didn't do as good a job as I was doing, then my trust for myself started to build back up again.
Okay.
So I think I'm in like a really good place now, like with kind of what we're doing and vision, and apart from all the complications with TikTok, because at the moment that's not making sense. The whole like fee structure increases and all that drama.
So you got a bit of a love-hate relationship.
It's a love-hate relationship between me and TikTok. And I think they're terrified of me. I walk into the office now and then I'm like, with my phone, they're like, you're not posting the video, are you posting the video? And I'm like, why? No. No, but if you don't reduce the feed, then I might. No.
It's crazy, isn't it? Because like TikTok was never even a thing until COVID, was it really? And then now it's such an important part of a lot of people's businesses, and imagine your business as well, isn't it?
Major for us, yeah.
When did you start doing the TikTok lives? Because literally every time I go on TikTok, I'll pretty much see you on a live or one of your team on a live and stuff like that. And the setup's so cool. I'd like to have a little sneak peek after. Yeah.
It's definitely like fake it till you make it. It's not as bougie as it comes through, for sure.
Well, that's all it needs to be though. It's nice little set, isn't it? Yeah. Portrait.
So we started doing lives.
Whose idea was it as well?
It was TikTok approached me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It just started. They were like, you have 200,000 followers. So Arabelle was just born. Actually, I think my first live I was pregnant, right? So she was born 7th of January 2022. I never get the year right. 2022.
Yeah, it should be 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3, thanks. Yeah. And so first proper TikTok shop live, I was like 3. She was just born. I remember like I was breastfeeding. So I was standing on this live like, oh my God, I'm like leaking and like alive. Like, oh my God, this is awful.
Good for engagement, I suppose.
Yeah. But we did really well. Like our first live, we did like 5K in 2 hours. So I was like, this is decent.
Yeah, really good,
you know? Like in my shop in St. David's, it's like in the major shopping centre in Cardiff.
I forgot. Yeah.
Like we did like 12K sales a month. So I was like, happy days. I just made 5 grand in 2 hours. Let's sack the shop off. We're doing this. So I did like 3 lives a week just on my own in the warehouse, or I had like one of the team with me, pinning and whatever. And then it got to Black Friday and someone in the team was like, oh, we should do a 12-hour live and just see what happens. We did a 12-hour live. We did like 50K. And I was like, happy days. This is my new thing. Yeah, so we did another 12-hour live on Boxing Day, did another 50K. So yeah, that was it then. And we're just like, right, okay, we're shutting the shop and we're just going to go put the girls from the shop live, and they're going to go live 12 hours a day, every single day. And we've been doing it ever since. Yeah.
What's the streak now? Have you got a number? How many days are you on the streak?
How many lives? Oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah, lost count, yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Because say when we were growing up, you'd think, oh yeah, it's the dream to open a physical shop, isn't it? And then you're paying the rent.
I still want one though.
Yeah. Well, like a flagship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a proper experience to go in.
Yeah. And I want it to be like you go in and watch the girls live.
Oh.
Yeah. Or like scooping body scrubs. We did a live in September and it was like self-love parlour. And you could buy a pot and then the girls would scoop whatever scrub you wanted in the pot, and then that'd be cute as well, like an experience.
I think stuff like that is cool. It's like a standard shop is just, I don't know, you see the high streets these days, a lot of places are pretty much dead, aren't they? Whereas
I don't know, St. David's is like so busy in December.
Because I'm not in Cardiff that much these days. Yeah. Maybe like where we're from, up
I'm
north.
talking about December though, so
true, actually,
I want to see what I want to see as well. I'm very good at being like, look guys, it's very busy, so that's what we're doing. No data, just I went to Zara one Saturday and the queue was out the door.
And then you can just literally have like you say, a little set now, and you can do thousands and thousands of pounds. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, TikTok is an interesting platform. What do you think about the USA thing? Do you do much business in the USA?
So
them closing down?
About to launch TikTok Shop US. Got more investment to do it, and then obviously the whole palaver kicked off. So now we're not really sure what we're going to do, because also we don't know what like tariffs Trump's going to put on the US and stuff. So, but TikTok's such a good opportunity, especially like we were in the golden era of TikTok when it was growing, and it was great for revenue. You know, for us it was like amazing, and cost was so low, and so I kind of want to replicate that in the US. Nature Spell, I think it took them like 6 months to get their UK revenue in the US before they were like overtaking it. So we're like, that'd be amazing to add on to the revenue stream. And the people that we worked with for the, I said we did a mega live in July. We're like the second brand that were chosen by TikTok in the UK to do a mega live. There's been a few since, like a mega live. People call their lives mega, but this is like TikTok back. There was like 50 people watching us, like Chinese, like people, like 20 people flew up from China.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was mental. they're doing those with people in the US and they're making $2 million in like a live stream.
That's crazy,
I'd love
isn't it? Yeah.
to do that.
That'd be great to launch it over there, wouldn't it? Imagine.
With a 2 million, for sure. Yeah. The most we've ever done in one live was like 200K. So
yeah, that'd be crazy doing $2 million. Even if it's like $2 million, isn't it?
2 million. I would love it.
Yeah.
But it's just so many more people watching over there, right?
Yeah, it's a different world over there, isn't it? Yeah.
So if you can like
crack the US.
Crack the US, happy days, especially like UK economy is rubbish at the moment. So yeah.
Because there's just so many people, isn't it? And I feel like the culture in the US is just like such a consumer culture, just buy, isn't it? You see all the brands over there. Like even say we're talking about Represent, they've like a premises over there in LA, haven't they? They're trying to get cool. They're trying to build a presence over there at the moment.
And Cadence, I want to try Cadence as well.
Oh yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, the electrolyte drink, something to run in and all that kind of stuff. I won't talk about running too much.
I'm like yoga, so also like don't want to age, so I'm also like into all the supplements, you know. Yeah.
No, because I do yoga when I go to Marbella quite a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, power yoga.
Oh, okay, what's power yoga?
It's more like strength moves, maybe.
Cool.
A little less then. I went to Byron Bay in Australia.
Did you really recently?
Yeah, like a few weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
And we were doing like yoga over there, so zen, so cool.
God,
yeah,
so jealous.
Have you been to Australia before?
No, but my friend's getting married in the end of March in Australia, so I want to go
this year.
Yeah, I've said I'm going. I just haven't booked my tickets yet because I've literally got like a mega live, like a mega live, like the 26th. So I'm like, will it kill me being jet lagged? I don't know, but
when's the wedding?
24th.
24th. Ah, right. Okay, yeah. So you'd go straight back.
I'd have to literally fly straight back. I can see myself doing it, to be fair.
Yeah, I just To be fair, I fucked myself so bad for jet lag. We got back at 2 p.m. UK time. We flew back from New Zealand and then fell asleep from 2 p.m. till 10 p.m. and then was awake. So it's probably took me like 2 weeks to get back.
Oh, yeah.
But I think if you a couple of days, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you have to keep yourself awake, don't you?
Yeah. I'm not very good at that. Whereabouts they get married in Australia?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone's like, why haven't you booked your flights yet? I'm like, I'm a last minute.
Yeah, I'm a last minute kind of person.
Yeah. It'll happen. What will happen is I'll say, Mick, can you book me tickets to Australia, please? I need to get some literally need to get some like meetings booked in, you know, with like some retailers, so I can do like a little bit of both out there. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and go see TikTok Australia as well whilst I'm there, so it's like 2 birds 1 stone. You know,
because with the mega lives, I do see more people doing them. Like
the first one we did was amazing because it was and TikTok like, right, we're just going to press this button, and I would love to just be able to press that button myself. TikTok have a button where they can press and they can like boost shoot to everyone. So like the impressions we have from that first live were like phenomenal. I had like 5,000 people watching me at one time, you know. You know?
But that's how they get you, isn't it? The first one, like, it's going to be amazing this time ever.
And then the next one, we were there with like our Gucci bags, like waiting, and then it just was like half of the first one. And I was like, gutted, you know.
Still have been good though, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, you can't snub your nose up 100 grand, can you? But like, you know.
When you set your expectations there.
But the thing with Mega Lives is that then it just condenses all your sales into one day. If it continued like throughout the same month, but like, I'm still not sure if they work for us. So who knows? Constantly trying to test and you know.
It's because the girls are doing lives right now, are they?
Yeah, they're in the warehouse. So they work better in the warehouse. They just look a bit different, you know, on the FYP if you're flicking through.
It stands out more. So what have you got planned moving forward then for the brand, would you say? Apart from going in America and...
Launching TikTok Shop Ireland should be next week.
Oh yeah? That's exciting.
I need to catch up on that today. So to make sure the stock's gone. But yeah, that should be happening next week. So I might fly out to Dublin next week for a day or two and just do some fun content.
That'd be cool.
And so there's some retailers we've spoken to yesterday that we're launching in with this year, which is exciting. Loads of new products. I'm like a product person, so I'm like, we just launched an LED mask and it's like smashing it at the moment.
They're so popular at the moment, aren't they? The LED masks. Yeah.
Right timing. We launched a wax pen the end of last year that did crazy.
Yeah. So the LED masks so is that the red light? Yeah. They're quite high ticket, are they?
So it's £75, but it's like we've got an intro offer at the moment. It's 40.
But, that's quite good then. I see all them like for 500 quid on like Facebook and stuff, which is crazy. They must be making silly margins on that.
Crazy margins, yeah. Crazy. Yes, but the shark one's like really, really expensive, isn't it? Yeah, crazy.
So launching new places and retailers, and what have you got planned? What do you want to do personally?
I want to do my yoga teacher training. It's like end of this year, hopefully. I could see my tag poked out. I was like, oh my God, imagine that was on my shoulder the whole way. Like put this on right before. I want to do my yoga teacher training.
In India?
I don't know. So I would love to go away somewhere. It's just like, this would be cool, right? If my mum retires, then she can come with me and bring Arabelle. And they can just chill, and then I can do yoga teacher training. I can still see her in like the evenings and stuff. That would be the dream.
Is that on the cards? Do you reckon she retiring this year?
I don't know, maybe this year or next year. Yeah, we'll see.
That's still good though.
She loves her job. To be fair, she loves her job. She's like, oh, I want to retire soon. I'm like, really though?
Yeah.
Are you actually going to?
Yeah, be a good excuse, though, wouldn't it? Like say, I'll pay for your trip to India.
Yeah.
Bribe her.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully like travel. And I'm like trying to buy a house at the moment. So hopefully it'll be completed. But my buyer was like, I need to come and have a look at your house again this morning. So now I'm like, is that a bad sign? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Probably just having a nosy round, aren't they?
I know. But so hopefully I should be moving and properly buying my first house. So that'll be exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's cool.
My dream house, like dream Barbie house. I'm going to make it pink. Yeah. It's have to do content. It's going to have like a podcast room. Yeah,
that'd be sick. Yeah. Then you'd have to do a podcast then.
Yeah. Podcast room, pink bathroom to do content in. It's going to be all very content-y focused. And I want a store. I want a shop.
Yeah.
If I can find a right shop in Cardiff, like we're going to go. I was
going to say, would you do Cardiff or London? Cardiff, yeah.
Cardiff, get the concept working, then like a London store, and then maybe a Manchester one.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 or 3,
Manchester
nothing
major.
major.
Cool,
Manchester, yeah.
Just going back to the yoga teaching, then what makes you want to do the yoga teaching? Because I know we spoke a little bit about that before we started, didn't we? Because why do you want to do that? What do you enjoy about the yoga?
I just love it. Like I love that sense of achievement. Like it's like a different achievement to Mallows. Like when I first got back into it after Arabelle, like I couldn't do anything. Like couldn't do a headstand, couldn't do like loads of different poses, and I always have like my eye on another pose to like nail, and then when I do that I feel like so much accomplishment. And so I love it. It's like I'm working like forearm stand at the moment, which is like super hard, and I was like always watching people do them, and now I'm working on it myself. I'm like, oh my God, it's so cool, but it's just like it gives you something away from Mallows as well, something, especially being like a single mum, like something to do that's not Arabelle or doesn't need to. So I've got my own little life going on. It's amazing for my mental health as well, just like breathing and focusing on my body, and it gives me confidence to go on lives and stuff because I feel really good about myself when I've been doing yoga every day. So yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Because my girlfriend Claudia, she's going to do her Pilates teaching as well. I think cool. Yeah, she's going to try and do it this year. Either in the UK or she was thinking about doing Bali maybe. But
we should go together.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, that'd be good. You do the yoga, she do Pilates, and you can start your own.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
But yeah, she loves that kind of stuff. I've done a few classes like her. Pilates is so much harder. Have you done much Pilates?
It's so hard. Yeah, I do reformer Pilates.
Yeah, I've never done reformer.
Oh, it's hard. Normal Pilates is not too bad. Try reformer, it kills. There's some moves in reformer Pilates and I'm like, holy shit.
I feel like I'd fall off the reformer or something. Because I thought, mat Pilates, it'd be easy.
I love all the videos of the boys doing it. I love it. And they're like shaking. I love it so much.
And like when they give you like a 2 kilogram weight or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, I remember we were in Australia and they gave me like a 4 kilogram. And there was 3 was max, and she went and got a 4 kilogram. Started with a 4 kilogram and just put it down. I was like, I'm going to hold the 3 kilogram. I'm dripping in sweat, and all the other girls around me, like the calves are massive. I was like, this is embarrassing for me.
Oh my God, it's good though.
Yeah.
Or the one I do for Pilates is like this like yummy, like they're all like 40, 45. Do you know what I mean? But like it's like Cowbridge, isn't it? Like when I go to London, like they're all like there's a lot of gay guys that do it as well. Yeah.
Because imagine if I was a single man, I would go to like yoga or Pilates or something, because it'd be a great way to meet girls, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be so good. There's no one fit that goes to yoga. Sometimes I'm like, is this how I'm going to meet the love of my life?
That'd be ideal, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm mortified. Actually, Mick, I didn't even tell you this. I was on my live on Tuesday, right? Sorry, it's another story.
That's right.
You're like, oh God, here we go. I was on a live and I was saying, the girls are like, as a prize, you can go on a date with Laura. So they set this prize up as a date. Obviously, it's for girls, which looks really self-obsessed. Then when I come on the live, I'm like, who wants to win a date with me. But obviously Mick put them in the envelope and thought we were going to do it. Obviously in her, she's thinking, this is a free giveaway prize that people might want, you know?
Yeah.
I'm there on the live like,
idea.
Dad, buy something so you can win a date with me. And then on the live, I was like, imagine if I like met the love of my life because he bought something and he won the date with me. And like, how fairy tale romance of that. And then someone like slid into my DMs afterwards. I was like,
Actually,
did anyone win the date with you? I was like, oh no, there's people watching me. I forget there's people watching.
Was he any good or not?
Yeah, he was fit, to be fair. Yeah. Had a few people slide into my DMs recently.
Seen him in the lives, yeah.
Mm.
Anyone in the share? Any interesting stories?
I could like, that's why I should talk a podcast about dating because the stories are hilarious. Men are wild. They're out of control. Out of control. This one guy messaged me this one. He's like, I can't believe you don't remember me. I was like, I don't know. He's like, we met. I was like, did we? He's like, yeah, I sold something to you over the phone 4 years ago. I'm like, we didn't meet.
Whoa.
That's not meeting. That's not meeting.
Why did he say it over the phone?
So I can't say that because he'll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I just outed him on a podcast and he slid into my DMs.
Things he probably will watch this as
Yeah,
well.
I know, that's what I mean.
He's actually obsessed. He'll message you saying, oh, you remember me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's funny. Right,
I mean, you got to love the bravery. I don't want this to put men off from sliding into my DMs. Still slide in.
Do you think it's brave though, sending a message on Instagram?
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. But I think just like some of the messages I get are a bit like,
Weird.
I'm not going to respond to that, but some of them are cute, you know? I think you've got to be careful with your leading message, you know?
As a man.
If you're going to message someone, you've got to
Yeah.
be careful with your leading message. I would prefer just a simple hey, you're beautiful. No,
But you don't think that's just so generic though? If everyone's sending, hey, you're beautiful, how is that going to stand out?
I don't know. Yeah, fine. All right. I
You
don't
need
know.
to like entice a reply, don't you?
I know. I could show you some of the messages and you're like, absolutely no way should someone send them.
Probably. But I think it's, because you'll get loads of messages, whereas boys would get hardly any messages as well, I think.
Yeah, most people slide into my DMs are girls. I get loads of messages from girls. And I love girls sliding into my DMs, you know? And I get like I put on my stories yesterday, like, who wants to come on holiday with me? And I had like loads of girls and my mum.
That's cool.
Like, me. So I think like my algorithm is definitely targeted towards girls, not guys.
Yeah.
So
Right, let's go on to...
do you get girls sliding into your DMs?
Not anymore, no.
No.
Not since I posted my girlfriend.
Okay, good.
It's a bit of a cop
That
block.
is good. That,
Yeah.
Bit of a cop block.
Yeah.
Thank God, girls. That's good. That's so good.
Yeah, I know.
That would be a
kinda-
red flag, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like occasionally.
Yeah.
But I think it shows confidence
Yeah.
if a girl does, because it's like, oh, they know what they want.
I know. I love that. I love
Yeah.
a bit of confidence. I don't know if guys like it if girls are confident though. So I think
So it depends.
because I'm
who it is.
confident.
Yeah. But like, say,
If I thought someone was fit on a night out, I'd 100% go up to them.
yeah, like that's confidence, I think.
I
Where
don't
it's
know
like,
if like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but if you went up to a boy and they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't know. I've been out of the game for a while now, so I don't even know. I wouldn't even know how to talk to girls.
I know. It's terrifying. Terrifying. I think I should start a podcast on dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get people to message in.
Yeah. And say what? Like what? Oh,
Any
horrendous
funny date
message
stories,
they've
yeah,
had. Or
yeah.
date stories. Yeah.
Yeah, and what you recommend, advice,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, because like because I was with Arabelle South for like 7 years. It's like a long time to be out of the dating game and then to be like thrust back into it. And I did have like a boyfriend in between, but like
How did you meet him?
I met him on a night out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he came up to me on a night out.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And that
Real
was
life.
like respect. I was like, oh, confidence. He
Yeah.
came up to me and asked me for a dance on a night out. But yeah,
You actually asked you for a dance?
he asked me for a dance. Yeah,
Oh, that's cute.
yeah.
But then, do you go on dating apps now then?
I'm on dating apps now. Yeah.
How do you find that?
I don't know. Like, it's hard to tell who a person is, and now like my trust has been damaged quite a lot. So now I'm like I feel like I'm a detective now. Like I'm red flag hunting all the time. You know, I'm like, what are your red flags? And then I'll find one, and then I'm like, oh, like very quickly. Do you know what I
Just
mean?
cut them out.
Yeah, because I think like if you ignore red flags in the start, they just get amplified at the end. You know? So now I'm just like any kind of red flag. And I'm happy for the first time in my life, I'm actually happy being on my own.
Yeah,
So it's not like I need anyone. So if I do see a red flag, I'm like,
no, I'm not bothered.
no, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Like it's not even worth the risk of trying to find out more, you know?
Right,
But,
let's turn this into a dating podcast. What is a red flag for you?
What is a red flag?
Yeah. Or one of the most recent ones.
Oh, it could be anything. I
Narrows it down.
think I'm now quite good at reading people, whereas I used to think I'm not good. I'm just over analyzing. Now I think, no, your gut is right. So I can quite, like, I ask questions about, have you ever heard of attachment theory?
I think I've heard it, but I don't know what it is.
So attachment theory is people are generally anxious, avoidant, or secure.
Oh, yeah. And
avoidance typically love bomb at the start, get infatuated, then want loads of space, pull away, they go hot and cold.
Yeah.
Bit of a fucking nightmare to be in a relationship with, from my experience. Anxious people are like clingy, insecure, want to spend loads of time with you, rely on someone for emotional dependence. And then secure people are kind of like, they like it, they like being around someone, but they're okay with being on their own, and they're just kind of like level-headed, you know? And if now when I'm talking to people, if I think they are highly avoidant, I'm like, absolutely no way am I going near you. Because it just ends in tears, because towards the end, they like fantasize about their exes and they want their own freedom. And then when they get it, then they're coming back. It's just like, you know, like your disaster relationship, like avoidance are like your disaster. If you're avoidant, you need to work on yourself and go to counseling. Disaster relationships. Anxious people, like, I think they just need like a lot of love and TLC and care. And I don't know if I'm in a position in my life to be able to give that with work.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know if I can message someone like all day, every day, and
it's a lot of work,
constantly reassure and stuff. And I do need, like, everyone needs reassurance and things. But if someone's like highly anxious or highly avoidant, I'm like, I know, so they're red flags. But so I like kind of trying to figure out what someone's kind of like attachment style is. I like figuring out someone.
So just ask them, just first date, like,
not
what is your
first
attachment
in,
style?
but I do ask, yeah. Have you heard of attachment theory, and do you know what it is? Let me ask you these 5 questions. I'm joking. I don't know, like this one guy was like, the way he was speaking about his ex, I was like, you're so into ex. He didn't really say anything, but I was like, there was like hurt there. So I was like, no, not for me.
Yeah.
There was someone speaking badly about their ex and some things that they were saying. I was like, I think that's out of order. So there's like little red flags like that I'm like, you need to show kindness.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it is bad to slate. Well, which is a good reason.
Depends.
But yeah,
because
it's how,
I can. But yeah, it depends.
It's how you position it, I think.
Yeah. Would never go with anyone who's ever cheated. No. Ever. Yeah. That's a no-no for me, 100%. I think values are like really important for me. So someone having like the same values.
Alignment.
Alignment, yeah. Because I think like your levels of trust or loyalty, because I'm a super, super loyal person. So I need that to be reciprocated. Yeah. Otherwise, then I feel like it's a betrayal. Yeah. So I need that kind of.
It's quite hard to come by these days because it's
so hard to come by.
So much temptation and distractions.
And everyone's always trying to find something better, you know?
Yeah.
It's like an app with like another person. Good sex drive. Fun, but can be serious and emotional.
Yeah, it's important, yeah.
You know?
You need to be silly, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's like loads of things. And I think like, I don't know, it's the first time in my life that I might be in like quite like, you know, I can get carried. I used to get carried away. I used to be very. I'm gone on dating podcast mode here, but like I used to be highly anxious in that I'd find someone they'd love bomb me, and I'd be like, okay, cool, let's run away to run off together. Whereas now I'm like, not going to do that, though. You know? Yeah. I definitely could make a podcast out of this. Couldn't I?
I was going to say, yeah.
You like getting bored? You like this is too girly?
No, it's interesting. No, but I think I've listened to some. And they do like that kind of stuff, and it's quite interesting when they get people to message in. You give their advice, and like from your own experiences, it's relatable, isn't it? And that kind of thing. Yeah. So then maybe they'll take some inspiration. And say, so what's your attachment style? Yeah,
figure out their attachment style. Honestly, is half the battle. To avoidance, I think we'll probably be happy together.
Do you reckon? Know what I mean? Yeah. Well, they just like together and away and together and away, that kind of thing. Yeah. So you're looking for a secure person?
Secure person. I don't mind someone who's a bit anxiously attached, but is aware of it, I suppose.
Yeah. Self-awareness is a big thing.
Self-awareness, yeah. Emotional intelligence. I'm going to go, the list is going to go on.
So basically, next business idea, you need to create a dating app with just filters. And you can just be like,
oh my God, yes. Yeah. And you can put in your attachment style. Yeah. And your personality in there, because we've done the 16 personality quiz thing.
No.
You should do that. That's interesting.
You can send me after, I'll do it.
And then you can put all these things in, and then it'll send you people based off. That is genius. Should we do it together?
Yeah, can do,
Yeah, okay. New business venture.
See you now, yeah.
And the podcast can be the marketing.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it? That'd just feed into organic marketing as well. Right. And then let's do last section.
Thursday doing dating trips at the moment. You know the Thursday dating app? They're doing they're going away like ski holidays and stuff.
Oh, they're doing ski holidays?
Yeah. Can you imagine it just being like Love Island though?
Yeah, it would be. That would be crazy. I can't even imagine what they get up to. Yeah. But yeah, one of the guys I was friends with from uni, he's like mates with one of the founders.
Oh, okay,
Is
cool.
it the George guy?
Oh,
I think, yeah.
nice.
But yeah, I follow him on like LinkedIn and stuff, so it's quite interesting.
It's another platform that I should be.
Yeah, LinkedIn's a good one.
I'm just rubbish. I'm just rubbish.
Biggest mistake or biggest regret
Oh my God, I've had
that
so
you're allowed to share
many.
and then don't have to edit out.
Yeah, the PC ones. I've always said like ad spend. I think there's definitely been times where I've blown a load of cash on the wrong ads or the wrong channel, the wrong marketing. Amazon being one of them, like trusting the wrong people to do things. And then normally there's ad spend involved and they're blowing money on the wrong ads. And it's always backfired and loss making. I think across the whole time I've run a business, I definitely, when I started Mallows, I don't know if you noticed, but I feel like I'm a different person to who I am now.
I can see it from social media. I don't know, like obviously personally, but yeah.
Like I was like very naive, very trusting. Like this is cute, this is fun. And like over the last like 5 years, like honestly being like let down or betrayed. It sounds brutal, but like betrayed by people in different ways. And now I'm just very specific about who I trust, I think, because people just use you in business or use something against you. So I think trusting the wrong people and blowing a lot of money on ad spend in the wrong places for sure. It's probably like my biggest mistakes.
Yeah.
And Amazon just doesn't like.
No. Would you say you're more cynical in a way or not? No.
I think I'm just like pulling back myself from people more and more.
Yeah.
So like I used to trust everyone and think everyone was my friend or everyone had my best interest. And I think the best in people. I've always thought the best in people. So I assumed that everyone was like very naively assumed that everyone was the same as me. And I'd never really been in a situation, probably just like wrapped up in cotton wool by everyone I'd been through in my life, where I'd ever been put in those situations where people use me or use stuff against me or try to like, and it's been a bit of a shock. It's been a lot to get my head around. It's taken me like a while, but I think now I'm like very careful about I try to be very careful about what I'm saying to people. And that's like that ADHD thing. Like my counselor's like, you've definitely got ADHD. I started the process of getting that confirmed, and then ADHD very much of me then got distracted halfway through. It hasn't continued it. So I've done half of it and not the other half. So yeah, but like oversharing is a massive thing, right? So oversharing and trying to be that CEO and not everyone's friend and thinking that business is different and not everyone has to like me. Like as long as people respect me and work, that's fine. I can't be everyone's besties, Yeah, it's been it's been hard.
I can imagine.
It's been tough. Like I've had some like real, like really low moments. And there's been some amazing ones as well, of course, like launching Superdrug, launching Boots, hitting 470,000 followers right now, doing like these lives like 200K. And there's been some incredible moments. There's been some really tough bits as well. I went on maternity leave for 3 weeks and people were spending money on ads left, right and centre. And I didn't have a business to come back to. So I had to come back with a 3-week-old baby strapped to me. It was tough, I definitely think like trusting the wrong people and spending too much money on ads in the wrong places, I think, have been my downfall.
So organic content is the one, isn't it, really? Yeah,
but like organic, I don't know if you find this, but organic content, I'm not sure if as soon as you've got a TikTok shop attached to your TikTok, that organic goes through. I was speaking to Clomana about this, the owner of like, she's a makeup sponge brand on TikTok. She was like, her organic revenue is just like, it's just tough now with TikTok shop.
To pay to play, basically.
You have to pay to people to see.
Yeah.
And it's like likes are like they're putting L'Oreal and all these big boys on the platform who have so much cash. It's like, how do you compete against that,
It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, like say if they've got millions to spend and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Because as well, these brands probably didn't even believe in TikTok, did they? Like a year or two ago, and now they're thinking, how are these smaller brands making all this money? And now they're like, it's going to TikTok, spending millions, and then it just dilutes everything.
Yeah, it dilutes everything. It's really tough to make any money on there. It's really tough in this like day and age to make a profit for sure. Like it's like fighting every single month because everything's so expensive. Wages are going up now again.
I was going to say in April. Corporation tax.
People want everything so much cheaper than ever before because they don't have enough money. Like it's really hard to run a business in the UK, and I don't think people really get it. I don't even think like staff get it. When people are asking for pay rises, and I'm like above everything else. I'm like, I can't make it work, Like it's a lot tougher than it was this time last year. You can see that it's so much tougher,
with the new government coming in, do you think? Or just in general?
I'm not a political person. I'm very much like stuck in my own world with what's going on, but I can see it in terms of Mallows, that whatever's going on in the economy is like massively impacting my business. And I know because it impacts my dad's, and I know other business owners are feeling the pinch the same.
I only see it, seeing it from the national insurance and the corporation tax. I don't follow politics. I just see the numbers that affect me,
But yeah, precisely. But like, obviously people have less money to spend, right?
Yeah.
So like people are buying less, or they want so much more value.
Yeah.
And like body products are so much bigger than like a lip gloss. So people perceive them to be cheaper because you need to use more of it for your body. But actually for a person to make a body product, it's like 5 times the size of a lip gloss, but they're both the same price, retail price.
Yeah, perceptions.
It's like a tough market, for sure. Yeah.
It's a tough time. But then, like say, people just say, business owner, it's easy.
Yeah. You're driving around in a pink car, you're living the dream, you're working for yourself. And I'm like, yes, it's so much fun. I love it. Who wants to employ me?
Literally.
I know, I met the director of L'Oreal last week. I was on a panel with him randomly in TikTok like a couple of years ago, and he ran up to me, he was like, Laura, Mallows Beauty. And I was like, I recognise you from somewhere. And I was like, oh my God, you're the L'Oreal girl. I was like, do you want to employ me? He was like, I was like, do you want a new head of like marketing? I'll be a TikTok girlie.
Yeah, wherever you want. No
like,
stress.
Yeah. We've got £1 million to spend. Woohoo! You know, we're living the dream over here.
Easy.
Yeah.
Right. So, any closing thoughts? I won't take up any more of your time.
Just chatted. I know, it's had fun. It's so lush to see you.
Yeah, no, really nice. Yeah.
It's like so good to like watch you like just succeed from the outside in.
Well, likewise, you're absolutely smashing it. Yeah, you're doing so good.
Thanks.
Any closing thoughts to the listeners and the viewers?
Make sure you follow Mallows Beauty.
Yeah, where can people find you, follow you?
Laura Catherine Mallows, mallowsbeauty.co.uk. If you haven't shaved with the shave butter yet, make sure you start shaving with the shave butter. Your skin will thank you later. And yeah, dating podcast coming soon.
Yeah. Right, everyone who's watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your favourite part. Any questions for Laura, leave them in the comment section below. If you listen on Spotify, Apple, make sure to leave a 5-star review and follow the podcast. Bye.
Bye.